everybody, make sure you make your corrections for core bites number 9. So it says complete the factor pairs for 30. So with factors, you have to find the two numbers that you can multiply together to give you 30. And as you notice, these are getting larger. So they're going from smaller to larger. So there's probably going to be a pattern right there. So any number times itself is the same number. So blank times 15 equals 30. So the answer here is 2. 2 times 15 gives us 30. The next one, 3 times what gives you 30? Well, if you have a 0 and you have that same number, 3 times 10 will give you 30. So that's kind of the rule of tens. And then 5 times what gives you 30? 5 times 6. So guys, if you don't know your multiplication tables, this would be a great time to start working on those, starting with your 1s, 2s, and just going all the way up, even to your 12s. Okay? Number 2. Estimate the sum by rounding each number to the nearest 10 and then adding them together. So we know that the first one is your 1's place. Your second one would be your 10. So if we're looking at our 10's place, you look at the number behind it. Okay? You look at the number behind it. So the 2 is less than 5, so it's going to stay the same. So you're going to leave this as 70. The 9, though, is greater than 5, so it's going to tell the 4 to go up 1. So you're going to make that 50. Okay? So if you estimate that, you just add the 7 and the 5, and you would get 12, and then add your 0. So your answer would be 120. And if you want to see how you can do it this way, you would just add it up. 0 plus 0 is 0. 7 plus 5 is that. Okay? All right. Your next one asks you about the fractions. So for the fractions, if you notice, they are the same area shaded in on both of them. And if you know the trick, you can double check. So let's see, 1 times 2 is 2. Yeah. 2 times that same number, 2 gives you 4. So 1/2 and 2/4 are equal. They are the same thing because 2/4 equals 1/2. Okay? So they are equal. And then for number 4, Caden has $5. How much money will he have left if he buys 2 pencils and a notebook? So here it gives you a price list. And he wants to get 2 pencils and 1 notebook. So what you've got to do is you've got to add up that value for each of those first. And then you're going to have to subtract it from his $5 to see if he has any change left. So we're going to do 2 pencils. They're both 75 cents. You have more than 1 penny, so you say cents with an S on the end. And then you've got a notebook, 1 notebook. Oops, for $2.25. I'm going to go back and I'm going to make sure y'all can see that number. That's a 2. All right, so we're going to add these up. 75 cents, and $2.25. Okay, so 5, 10, 15. Regroup your 1. 7 and 7 is 14, 15, 16, 17. Bring down your decimal. 2, 3. So whenever you add up how much the pencils and the notebook are going to cost, you've got $3.75. But now you've got to subtract that from your $5. So you've got your $5. You're going to subtract $3.75 because there's more than 1 penny there. You've got a whole 75 pennies or 3/4, right? So now we're going to see if we can subtract. So you can't take something from nothing. 0 means nothing, okay? So you're going to have to come over here and regroup and use your base 10s to remember how everything goes. And then you say 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 7 is 2. And if you think about it, 25 cents plus 75 cents gives you $1, so that makes sense. And then 4 minus 3 is 1. Bring down your dollar sign here. So your answer is $1.25. Okay? And then we have our last one. Geometry here. We have triangles. Okay? And if you notice, it has 3 sides with 3 angles. And if you look at the angles, 64 degrees is here, 83 degrees is here, 33 degrees is here. Okay? So what kind of triangle is this? Well, equilateral means they're all the same size and they're all the same angle. Well, that's not right. Okay? Isosceles means that 2 of the sides are congruent and the same. Well, they're all different, so that's not right. And then scalene means they're all 3 different, okay? So that is your best answer, okay? So guys, make sure you check your answers and let us know if you have questions.